There are several ways to work with others to create and distribute technology for learning, among others, through collaboration with educators and instructional designers, to understand the specific learning needs and goals for the technology, and partnerships with other technology companies or organizations to co-develop or integrate existing technologies. Effective collaboration and communication with a diverse group of stakeholders are vital to creating and distributing technology for learning that is effective and widely adopted. However, the creation and distribution of technology for learning can also be implemented in interaction with learners. Here are the 5 most frequent ways of doing this. Leverage open source software and open educational resources to reduce development costs and increase accessibility. Involve users in the design and testing of the technology to ensure it meets their needs and is easy to use. Use existing distribution channels, such as app stores or learning management systems, to make the technology widely available. Utilize social media and online communities to promote and support the use of technology. Continuously gather feedback and data to improve and update the technology over time. By actively involving students in learning, we refer to the method of co-creation of learning. Co-creation of learning refers to a process in which learners and educators work together to design, develop, and deliver educational content and experiences. This approach involves active participation and collaboration from learners and educators to create more personalized, relevant, and engaging learning experiences. For these reasons, the co-creation of learning can have many benefits, such as increasing learner engagement and motivation, promoting critical thinking and creativity, and helping to develop a sense of ownership and responsibility for learning among students. Co-creation of learning can take many forms, such as inviting students to share their perspectives and ideas on the content and design of the course. Encouraging learners to collaborate on projects and assignments. Creating opportunities for learners to co-create assessment tasks and evaluation criteria. Allowing learners to actively design and deliver their own learning experiences through self-directed or project-based learning. It should be noted that the co-creation of learning is not limited to the traditional classroom setting. It can be applied in various forms of learning environments, also virtual ones. Let's discuss how the co-creation of learning can be supported by technology. There are several ways that technology can support the co-creation of learning. Collaborative tools, platforms such as Google Workspace, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom allow learners and educators to work together in real time, regardless of their physical location. These tools enable collaboration on documents, presentations, and other multimedia content, as well as real-time communication and feedback. Social learning platforms. Social learning platforms like Edmodo, Schoology, and Classcraft allow learners to interact, collaborate, and share resources. These platforms also provide teachers with tools to monitor and guide learning. Content creation tools. Tools such as Adobe Spark, Canva, and PRUDMET allow learners to create multimedia content, such as videos, infographics, and presentations. This will enable learners to express their understanding of the material meaningfully. Project management tools. Platforms such as Trello, Asana, and Monday.com allow learners to organize, track and work together on projects, assignments, and tasks. These tools allow learners to take ownership of their learning and manage their time more effectively. Learning management systems, LMSs such as Blackboard, Canvas, and Moodle provide teachers with tools to create, manage and share content, assignments, and assessments in an organized manner. They also allow for communication and collaboration between learners and teachers. Gamification. Gamification tools like Kahoot, Quizlet, and Classcraft can create interactive, game-like learning experiences that motivate learners to participate and collaborate. Overall, technology can support the co-creation of learning by providing learners and educators with a wide range of tools and resources to collaborate, create, and share content and resources. The key is to find the right technology that fits the specific learning needs and goals. For the successful implementation of technology-supported learning, it is crucial to have competent teachers. Therefore, university teachers need a variety of competencies to use technology for the co-creation of learning effectively. Some of the key competencies include digital literacy. Teachers need to be able to use and navigate various technology tools and platforms, such as learning management systems, collaborative tools, and content creation tools. Pedagogical knowledge. Teachers need to understand how to use technology to support different teaching and learning strategies, such as project-based learning, collaborative learning, and self-directed learning. Curriculum design. Teachers need to be able to use technology to create and deliver engaging and relevant curricula, and to align technology use with course outcomes and learning objectives. Assessment and evaluation. Teachers need to be able to use technology to create and deliver assessments, and to evaluate student progress and performance. Communication and collaboration. Teachers need to use technology to facilitate communication and collaboration among learners, and provide feedback and support. Professional development. Teachers must continuously develop their technology skills, and stay current with emerging technologies and trends in education. Technical troubleshooting. Teachers need to diagnose and solve technical issues that may arise with technology use, or at least have a reliable source to reach out to for support. Knowledge of students' diverse needs and abilities. Teachers need to be aware of their students' diverse needs and abilities, and use technology in ways that are inclusive and accessible to all learners. Overall, university teachers need a combination of technical and pedagogical knowledge, and the ability to adapt to and integrate new technologies into their teaching practice. They must be flexible and open to new teaching methods and tools, and continuously improve their skills and knowledge through professional development. In the PRUDMET project, we developed a matrix of competencies with an online assessment tool that can be very helpful from the teacher's professional development point of view. In this video lesson, we will describe 3 practical approaches to implementing the co-creation of learning: collaboration in virtual space, virtual collaborative learning, and digital storytelling. Collaboration in virtual space can be implemented in university teaching in several ways, such as online group work. Teachers can assign group projects, discussions, or debates that require students to work together online. Platforms such as Google Workspace, Microsoft Teams, and Zoom can facilitate real-time collaboration and communication among group members. Virtual peer review. Teachers can use online tools such as Google Docs or Microsoft Word to allow students to review and provide feedback on each other's work. This will enable students to learn from one another and develop critical thinking skills. Virtual field trips. Teachers can use virtual reality or 360-degree video technology to take students on virtual field trips. This allows students to explore and learn about different places and cultures without leaving the classroom. Online discussions. Teachers can use discussion boards or forums to facilitate online discussions among students. This allows students to share their ideas, perspectives, and questions and learn from each other. Virtual office hours. Teachers can use video conferencing tools such as Zoom to hold virtual office hours, where students can meet with the teacher to ask questions and get feedback on their work. Collaborative learning activities. Teachers can use gamification tools, such as Kahoot, Quizlet, or Classcraft, to create interactive, game-like learning experiences that motivate students to participate and collaborate. Remote co-creation and co-authoring. Teachers can use platforms like Google Docs, Microsoft Teams, or Trello to allow students to co-create and co-author documents and projects. This can help students develop a sense of ownership and responsibility for their learning. It's important to note that virtual collaboration should be well planned and organized, with clear guidelines, roles, and expectations set for the students. Teachers should also be available to support and guide students throughout the process. Virtual collaborative learning can be implemented in several ways, such as synchronous collaboration. Teachers can use real-time online tools such as Zoom, Google Meet, Microsoft Teams, or Blackboard Collaborate to facilitate synchronous collaboration among students. These tools allow students to participate in live class discussions, group projects, and peer-to-peer learning activities. Asynchronous collaboration. Teachers can use online discussion boards, forums, blogs, or wikis to facilitate asynchronous collaboration among students. These tools allow students to share their ideas, perspectives, and questions and learn from each other at their own pace. Collaborative projects. Teachers can assign group projects, group research, or group case studies that require students to work together to complete a task or solve a problem. Teachers can use project management tools such as Trello, Asana, or Basecamp to help students organize their work and stay on track. Collaborative research. Teachers can use tools such as Google Docs, Microsoft Word, or OneNote to allow students to collaborate on research projects, or to co-author documents and presentations together. Online gaming and simulations. Teachers can use games, simulations, or virtual worlds to provide opportunities for students to collaborate and compete with one another in fun and engaging way. Remote pairing and apprenticeship. Teachers can use tools like Zoom or Google Meet to connect students with peers or mentors from different locations, cultures, or backgrounds to collaborate and learn from one another. Hybrid learning. Teachers can combine synchronous and asynchronous learning methods, and use technology to facilitate collaboration between students working in person and online. It's important to note that virtual collaboration should be well planned and organized, with clear guidelines, roles, and expectations set for the students. Teachers should also be available to support and guide students throughout the process. Teachers should also ensure that the technology used is accessible to all students, and that the platform is secure and reliable. Digital storytelling is a method of using technology to create and share stories. In teaching, digital storytelling can engage students in learning and help them develop essential skills such as critical thinking, creativity, and digital literacy. It can also be used to create interactive and multimedia-rich educational materials that can be shared and accessed online. Examples of digital storytelling in teaching include creating videos, podcasts, and interactive presentations, using social media to share student work, and using virtual and augmented reality to create immersive learning experiences.